Annette here from Ask Me Decor. Welcome back, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. Well, we're hanging out in my kitchen today, and I want to talk about what I do to the kitchen at this time of year. We are just about in March, and there's not much decorating going on at this time of year. The main thing is get the house ready for spring. So that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm going to get my kitchen ready for spring. So how do we decorate for March? St. Patrick's Day, of course, is coming up. Now it's only one day, it's a quick holiday, but it's a little nod to our Irish friends. And also we're Welsh, so Ireland is our neighbor. So little nod to St. Patrick's Day in the process of getting ready for spring. So how do I do this? First of all, we've got to put away all the winter things. So I did that in my kitchen. I still have winter in the rest of the house, and we'll get there. It's a slow process, just like the seasons change outside in nature. Inside, they change, but they have to change slow. I still work a full-time job. I can't do this every day. So as I have time, I work on it. And right now, we've got the kitchen done. So let me show you what I did. With each changing season, I find myself with the perfect opportunity to really freshen up the house. I take my time. I do the windows, the floors, wipe down all the cabinets, do the countertops. Nothing feels better than when the house feels clean, looks clean, and becomes the perfect blank slate to do your decorating. Put your cute little things out. Get creative, knowing full well that your things, your items, your decorations are all going to look so good in a clean room. I probably use my rug cleaner on this little carpet like at least once or twice every month. And it just always amazes me how dirty the water is. You think that carpet's clean, but when you start rug shampooing, you will be shocked what comes out of that rug. So I'm really glad I have that carpet cleaner. Now that everything's fresh and clean in the kitchen, it's time to put some of the nice things out for early spring. So we're going to start right here with coffee and tea, a little station. I don't like to get too crowded here, but the picture came from a thrift store and this little box came from an antique store. I love keeping our sweetener in it. And I put the first little shamrock out. This one was made by a friend and it's just perfect on this windowsill. Top of the cabinets is the perfect place to display my vintage items. Now I didn't want to get too crowded up here either, so I only put my most treasured vintage items, that tea box, a little lunch pail, and a green old scale. Then I placed all my vintage bowls up there. 2 of them came from my mother-in-law and the other ones were great finds at my favorite antique store. Pantry is going to get more of the St. Patrick's Day look. That little platter was something I found at a thrift store, and it was my very first project on my Cricut. This one was my second project on my Cricut. It was actually yellow, and I painted it white and put the word lucky on it. Notice I'm using a lot of green items to pull off my St. Patrick's Day look, with the green clovers just mixed into my green items. That way I can easily transform everything to spring once St. Patrick's Day is over. And this little green teapot was another Cricut project. It came green, I didn't have to paint this one, but I liked putting the words "Top of the Morning" on it. Wait till you see this little chalkboard that I found at an antique store. One of my favorite things ever. I paid $6 for it, and wow, wait till you see it. Before I show you that, here is a French casserole dish that I got while antiquing in Minnesota with my sister. I love that branch on the top of it. And here's that chalkboard. It's very old. I want to think that it maybe came out of an old schoolhouse, but oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite items I've found so far, and I plan on writing on it for every occasion. One more little clover and a few tea towels will complete the look in this area. If you've seen any of my kitchen videos, you know I'm in love with these vintage postcards. They are so special. They're all over 100 years old. One of these that I'm using for St. Patrick's Day actually has a message written on the back of it that says, "This is from a girl that wants to hear from you." How cute was that? 100 years ago. I have this amazing little frame that a friend made me, and I change out those vintage postcards for almost every single season of the year. This time, the St. Patrick's Day ones definitely deliver. This little pass-through area is one of my favorite spots in my kitchen to decorate. It's so easy to pull off a seasonal theme in this little tiny area. If you have a very small wall somewhere in your kitchen or near your kitchen, you can easily do this with a thrifted piece of furniture. Those hooks that I have the towels hanging on, those came from a thrift store. And almost everything I put here is something that is a vintage item or a thrifted item. Try it in your own house. I know this sign is quirky, but it's perfect for St. Patrick's Day and I love it, so it's going on the door. And we're going to get started on the kitchen island. First, a cutting board. Then I'm going to use this lantern that I usually put outside in the summer. I put a mason jar filled with water in it, and then I take these branches. These are for Cynthia. If you are looking for a way to make some spring come into your home way before the snow melts, just go somewhere you can find some forsythia branches, snip a few of them off. I get mine from my sister-in-law. She has a huge bush and she never minds that I clip a few branches off of it. So you bring them in the house, put them in some warm water, and before you know it, you will have the most beautiful spring blooms in your kitchen. I do it every year and I'm in love with the way it looks. And last but not least, I need to get the table looking like early spring. These placemats are very nice addition. I did get a little Clorox on one of them, but I don't care, I'm still going to use them. The cutting board came from a thrift store, and the cloche came from an antique store. That little bird I've had for a long time. I think it's the perfect centerpiece for the table because it can be easily removed when you're eating.
Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever.
Well, there you have it. That's my kitchen for the start of spring. A little bit of St. Patrick's Day goes a long way, but I am ready. In the next few weeks, this kitchen will be transformed a little bit more into a spring Easter kind of look with some bunnies. But for now, I'm really enjoying the clean kitchen with a little bit of St. Patrick's Day. I think it looks great. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now would be a great time to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, just ask me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.